I got another one! Right, hello, it's me again. Third day on the trot, another blooming video. But you never thought you'd see another video from me so soon. Yeah, another toy's landed. A toy that I bought off eBay and I've been hoping to get hold of, and it's just arrived today. And I said to myself, look, I am going to review this thing the second it lands. And it's some more Eastern Exotica. It's another Hello Carbot, and here she is. It's Carbot Sky, or Veloster Sky, based on the Hyundai Veloster or Veloster, depending on how it's pronounced. Yes, we like. She's gorgeous. She's the second Carbot I've bought. The first one, obviously, is Dandy, who's chilling out here in the background. A little bit of a size comparison with him later. Yes, and here she is. Obviously, have a quick look at the packaging, because it's not, you don't see one of these every day. It's got the Carbot logo there. The rest of the writing's all in Korean, obviously. Turn it round. Got some graphics on there. Then on the back, you've got robot mode, car mode, chat app in the corner, more writing, a few features that she comes with. And yeah, that's it. So let's open her up and see what's what. Right, there we go. I've put her into her car mode because I wanted to start in the car mode. But before we do that, a couple of bits about the packaging. Obviously, you get the instructions, which are standard Carbot instructions. They're quite detailed, but they're all in Korean, obviously. The box. Inside the box is this sort of shiny, sort of metallic, sort of cardboardy thing. It's quite interesting, and as you can see, it's very, very shiny. That might, make quite an interesting backdrop for possibly photographing figures. So that's quite interesting. I've not seen that before. But anyway, getting on to Sky herself. Yeah, she is a fembot, and from the Carbot series, at least the first Carbot series, I mean, there are new figures that have recently been released. She'd been one of them, but there's another brand new figure that's come out, and he's not in any of the episodes of the current series, so that would lead me to think that they're making a second series, but I don't know any more than that. Anyway, Sky's the fembot. She's the only fembot in the series thus far. She's a very interesting character, and she's based on the Hyundai Veloster car, and it's a really good version. I mean, in my video, she looks yellow, but she's actually a very sort of bright orange. Let's just turn that off. That might give you a better idea of. She is actually orange. She's a very bright shade of orange. In the show, her colour comes out as being a sort of kind of like this, like a camel yellow colour. But the toy is actually more of a warning orange colour. Oh, nice shiny wheels, black grille, Hyundai badge. The front lights are very cool. They're transparent, but they've actually got sort of silvery chrome stuff behind them, so that makes them sort of shimmer and shine. Moulded windscreen wipers, moulded door handles, moulded wing mirrors, and it's got transparent lenses at the back. There's a bit of a panel gap on here. That's better. Let's close it up. And then you've got the exhaust pipe and the rear number plate and some fog lights. Very, very nice car mode, and like the other Carbot that I've got, very, very heavy. And Carbots like to base their things on scale. They're actual scale models of real world vehicles, and Sky is actually she's a 1/20th scale. Now obviously I've put Dandy back into his truck mode so you can sort of see the two together. Obviously Dandy is a slightly smaller scale, he's a 1/23rd scale, she's a 1/20th, so by rights Dandy should be there like that much bigger than her, where in reality he's that size, so he should be like that much bigger. But there you go. Underneath obviously you've got robot junk, but not bad. Really good vehicle mode, nice and solid. Some of the panel lines could probably be a bit more flush, especially across the roof here and down the back, but it does go together. Now she comes with weapon storage, as did Dandy, because Dandy, he stows his weapon underneath. Sky also comes with weapon storage. She's got like a cannon type Gatling gun thing which stows in here, but she's also got a secondary weapon. Now the Hyundai Veloster is a very unusual car. It's kind of like a coupe. It looks like a two-door coupe, but it's not. This car has got 4 doors. Right? You've got the tailgate. You've got front door, but if you look on this side, you've got another door. It's actually got 2 doors on the driver's side and 1 door on the passenger side. Now this is an unusual feature of the Hyundai Veloster, and it's unique as far as I know. No other car has this feature. Now Carbot Sky has opening doors, and true to form, I can do it, the other door opens as well, so got 3 opening doors. But also she's got another weapon storage for her another weapon. She's got like a kind of a baton type thing. But anyway, I'll put that back together. So that's the car mode. Obviously it rolls. Doesn't roll very freely. They are metal pinned wheels. They are quite thin though. They're very, very thin. And the back ones are a bit wobbly. But yeah, excellent car mode. Very well detailed. Scale model of a Hyundai Veloster, 1/20th scale. My only gripe about this mode is if you look on the box, you can quite clearly see that the grille is picked out in chrome. And if you look at the toy, it's not. It's just black, glossy black plastic, and it's got the Hyundai badge is painted silver, but there's got like a number plate thing there in the middle. It's a pity they didn't bother to chrome the grille. I'm a bit disappointed about that. But apart from that, you know, excellent, really, really cool car mode. Now I just transformed this. It came in robot mode. I've just transformed it to car mode, and the transformations on Carbots are quite simple, quite basic. They are sort of panel formers, but they've got really, really big joints, lots of ratchets, and they're quite easy to transform, and this one is no exception. I think you start by opening the doors. Then you've got to take this roof, unpeg it. Now the roof detaches. It has this thing which should normally attach in the back like that, but it is a bit of panel forming, I suppose, but it does come out and she can use it as a shield in robot mode. It's got a little hook thing there where it slots in and it's on a link so that it moves. Anyway, so you separate the legs and then you take out a gun, pull down the feet, flip in these wheels, And that's pretty much the legs done. Now for the top half. You've got to unpeg these side portions. You then got to pull front of the car up on a rocking hinge. Bring it down, and there's a peg under there and a peg in there, and it pegs together. And then you just straighten out our arms, tilt them up slightly, and there she is. Carbot Sky in her robot mode. And yeah, quite simple transformation, fairly generic car former. She's got quite spiky shoes, but very colourful, as all the Carbots are. Very lovely, lovely colours. Lots of orange, you've got the white, you've got the blue, some dashes of green, the black and the silver. Nice, really, really, really nice colour palette. So I'll just have a little play. Yeah, so there she is. And quick flip round. Hasn't really got a backpack as such. Obviously the bonnet makes up a back. You've got this thing which is on that that joint. It sits up against the back, but the roof section can be removed and used as a shield, like so. You just lift it off and you peg it into her hands, and there you are. She's got it as a riot shield. But you can plug it back in if you so desire, and it sits flush against the back. She's quite a good looking bot. Interesting head sculpt, like all the Carbots. They're pretty much face plated the whole lot. They haven't really got mouths, and when they speak their eyes flash rather than, you know, jaw movements. Articulation then. The head is on a ball joint, a little bit of sideways waggle. It sort of goes all the way around though. There's a bit of a shelf at the back with the hinge where her chin sort of clouts. But she can look quite far down and a little bit up. The shoulder joints are on these rockers here. Ratchets. They go all the way around, and they go up that far and down that far. Now they also have a pivoting joint there which you can kind of use as a bicep swivel, because these figures, they're a bit basic on the old articulation front. They don't generally come with bicep or thigh swivels, and they certainly don't have waist swivels, which is unfortunate really, because they're a big bot and you'd expect them to have, you know, be absolutely riddled with articulation, but they're not really. They're fairly simplistic. But got elbow which goes 90 degrees. Obviously the arm can go back. Her arms are quite small, I will say. So there's limited movement there in the arm. No waist swivel. Does kind of have an upper thigh swivel there, just under the ball joint for the waist. Well, it's not a ball joint; it's just the leg joint, the hip joint. So Again, get that out of the way because it fails. So the lid goes that far back, that far forward. So it's about 180 degrees. Slightly squeaky ratchet. Goes out, so she can do the splits. And yeah, like I said, they have got sort of a 5 swivel on this one. Now the knees are kind of limited. They only go that far. Mainly because there's this big chunk of plastic here which hits the back of the leg. It's a shame it didn't have a sort of a clearance cut out there so they could get a bit more. The feet, they're on this ankle link, which is part of the transformation. So the foot goes backwards and forwards a bit, and then it folds forwards as well on that joint. So there we go. Typical Carbot, slightly restricted on articulation, but still big. They are very big. Well, there's a leader class Combiner Wars Megatron next to her, and she's the same size, so she's basically a leader class bot. She's gorgeous. I love her. She's amazing. I mean, I was waiting for this gal to come out. I really was, because you know, I've been watching the show, and she appears quite late in the series. About, I think it's episode 14. Is it episode 13, 14? Well, she's definitely in episode 15 and 16. Anyway, I'm going to put some links to some videos on YouTube down below of episodes that feature Sky, so you can actually see her in action in the show. But yeah, she's a really cool looking bot. I really like her. There's quite a few other bots from this Carbot line that I'm really interested in. I want to get Hawk. Prawn is probably going to be my next target. He's the Heian Diovan, and he's a pretty cool character from the show. And they're also bringing out like a mini line of sort of like almost like Legion class bots, some little mini bots that have simplistic transformations, but they're really cool. And there's a new character in that line who transforms into a Hyundai pony. I've got to get that one. It's like this maroon Hyundai pony. I've got to get that. A Hyundai pony, a transformer that transforms into a Hyundai pony. Get in, yeah, we'll have some of that. So yeah, there she is. Obviously, you know, she's got her guns, got her rifle, and then got her baton, which is a bit small. But she's great. I like her. And you can get these off eBay for around about sort of 40-50 quid, with generally with free postage. And you know, value for money wise, they're really good. The plastic quality is absolutely excellent. The build quality is superb on them. The only thing that really lets them down is just missing a couple of articulation joints. That's all. That's all that they're missing. And they are huge. If you like your big bots, you can't go wrong getting some Carbots. So yeah, let's have a quick size comparison with Dandy. I've got to transform him. So there we go. There's Dandy, and here's Sky. She's a little bit smaller than Dandy, but then again, Dandy is a much bigger. He's a bigger character in the show. He's quite big and butch. And he looks bigger because he's got his kibble wings going on. Sky, like I said, because of the scale thing, he's a 1/23rd scale and she's a 1/20th scale. If they were realistically scaled, then I think size comparison, they'd probably be more like that. But yeah, they do look really good together. They do complement each other. And there is some more bots in this line that I am really looking forward to getting. So yeah, that's been my look at Carbot Sky. It's not a proper transformer, it's just another transforming toy from the Far East. That's why I call it Transforming Eastern Exotica. But she's good. I'm glad I bought her, and I am certainly going to be looking at buying some more of these Carbots, because they're really good, and I really enjoy watching the show, so I suggest you check it out. Yes, it's all in Korean, it's difficult to understand, but there's enough about the story that's going on in the episodes for you to, you know, get a gist of what's going on. So they're definitely worth watching, and it's a really good alternative to Transformers. If you're looking for something a bit different, then I can highly suggest check out Carbots, check out Hello Carbot. It's a brilliant show. They're doing some amazing toys for the line, excellent quality, you know, lots of clicky-chewed on them. They're really cool. So yeah, that's been me, TFR Wilderness, another review on some Eastern plastic. See you next time. Bye.